Hello, my beautiful keto family. In this video, I will give you the ultimate guide of what you need to know when it comes to fasting. We're going to be answering 7 questions. How to start a fast, how long you should fast for, what to consume when you're fasting, how to break the fast, how you should work out if you choose to when you're fasting, the types of fast, and the difference for fasting between women and men. You want to make sure you stay until the end of this video because I'm going to give you a couple of tips and answer maybe a question that you have been thinking about. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Talita from Shrinking with Keto. And through fasting and the ketogenic diet, I have lost over 190 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Besides that, I need to tell you that I'm not a nurse, nor a doctor, nor a medical professional of any kind. Every single piece of information that I provide you with in my videos is based on my own very extensive research alongside people that I have helped and coached, and I hope that it's more than enough to help you. Fasting has multiple health benefits, some of which include lowering insulin levels, burning fat. It increases the human growth hormone and enhances anti-aging properties. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, blood pressure, and also numerous factors that are vital for heart health. But the most important benefit of fasting is autophagy. Autophagy is the way that our body cleans out old damaged cells and recycles them into newer, healthier ones. I think you get the picture. So let's go ahead and jump over as to how to start a fast. The last meal you should have before you start fasting should be low in carbohydrates and high in fibers and fats. Carbohydrates will spike your insulin levels, and then they will come crashing down, giving you massive cravings while you're fasting. So it's best to avoid them as the last meal before you start. While fiber and fat will keep you satiated for much longer, easing you into the fast. Let's move on to how long you should be fasting for. The actual benefits of fasting start at 16 hours. So if you're just beginning on your fasting journey, then try a 16-hour fast. Take advantage of the night when you're going to be sleeping anyway. Have your last meal by 6 p.m. and do not have your next meal until 10 a.m. the next morning. You can go ahead and play around with these times because some people are still working at 6, so maybe you want to push it to 8 p.m., having finished by 8 p.m., and the next day have your first meal by 12 p.m. This fast is called a 16-8. where you fast for 16 hours and you have an 8-hour eating window. This type of fast will aid with weight loss, but it really will not have time to start picking up on some of the other health benefits. And that's why I suggest the second type of fast, which is 18-6. This is one of the most popular intermittent fasting routines because for 18 hours you fast, aiding with weight loss, but also kicking into some of the other benefits. And for 6 hours, you can eat. Let's shift over to what it is you can have while you're fasting. You can have black unsweetened coffee. Not only is it okay for fasting because it will not break your fast, but it also aids with weight loss and acts as an appetite suppressant. You can have unsweetened green or black tea, apple cider vinegar, sparkling or natural water, and you can also add some lemon juice in your water. You can also have salt while fasting, which might help you because sometimes you might feel lightheaded, and pinching a little bit of salt in your water will give you the electrolytes you need. Now to the million-dollar question, if you can have diet soda on fasting, even though I do not suggest it. If the diet soda is sweetened with monk fruit or stevia, technically it will not break your fast, but better safe than sorry, right? Let's go on to how to break a fast. Now, a lot of information out there supports that breaking the fast is more important than the actual fast itself. The ideal way to break a fast is with bone broth. If not bone broth, then lean protein or a lean protein shake. You can also break your fast with an omega-3 supplement. Now, a big no-no is the combination of carbohydrates and fats. See, if you break a fast with a combination of carbohydrates and fats, you're actually doing more harm than good. When you eat carbohydrates, your cells will be able to absorb. They open up. So if you're eating fats at the same time, guess what's going to happen? It's going to store the carbohydrates and it's going to store the fats. You also do not want to break your fast with dairy or vegetables. Now, a quick tip here to remember is that the longer you fast, the smaller the meal you're going to break your fast with. For example, you can break your fast half an hour before you have your actual meal with just some lean protein or some bone broth. Give it a half an hour and then have your meal. Let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every time I have a new video for you. And feel free to ask me any questions you want in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of them. If you're getting value out of this video, I'm going to ask you to please click the thumbs up button as it helps me and my channel bring more information to you. Let's look at when you should work out if you choose to when it comes to fasting. Now, if you want to reach maximum fat burning, you should work out right before you break your fast. See, by working out right before you break your fast, you're probably going to burn through the first meal you have and increase your fat burning. If you feel that you do not have enough energy to work out towards the end of your fast, then push it back an hour each time until you find that place where you feel comfortable, keeping in mind that the closer towards the end, the better. Now let's look at all the different types of fasts and some fasts that fall under the fasting category but still have caloric intake. Well, the basic fasts, the ones that follow the rules that we mentioned before of what you can and cannot have, are the 16-8 fast, where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8. The 18-6 fast, where you fast for 18 hours and eat for 6. And the 24 fast, where you fast for 20 hours and eat for 4. Now, extended fasting begins at 24 hours. If you can fast for a 24-hour period, then you have reached your first extended fast. Extended fasts can go, well, as long as you want. But in order to reach maximum autophagy, you have to go to 72 hours. I suggest that you follow a 24-hour fast at least once every 15 days. And if you choose to do an extended fast of 72 hours, don't do it for more than once a month. Now, another type of fast that we have is omad. Omad consists of one meal a day, where you fast for 23 hours and then within a 1-hour eating window, you have your meal for the day. Another fast is ADF. ADF stands for alternate day fasting, where basically you fast a whole day and you eat whatever you want, whenever you want the next day. That also has a modified version of modified ADF, when on the fasting day, you're actually allowed to have one meal. For a woman, up to 500 calories, and a man, up to 600 calories. Under the fasting category for weight loss, not the other benefits, not autophagy, but just weight loss, we also have some other types of fasts that I will mention right now. The first one is a liquid fast, where you can consume calories in a liquid form. For example, you can have bone broth and bulletproof coffee, but no solid food. The second one is an egg fast, where you can consume only eggs, fat, and salt. And the third one is a fat fast, where you can only consume, yeah, you guessed it, fat. Basically, an example of this would be your coffee with MCT oil and avocados. The whole point of a fat fast is to not consume, you completely omit, basically, the proteins and the carbohydrates. Now, these types of fast help with weight loss, and they also help breaking a weight loss plateau, and they're usually done for between 3 to 5 days. Let's see how fasting differs for men versus women. Now, women, we have our hormones that are basically dictating everything, how we feel, how we react, and how hungry we are. So for the cycling woman, for a woman in her reproductive years, her bleed week is the best time for her to perform any type of strict fast, even if it's an extended fast. Because during that first week, your hormones, especially progesterone that dictates that you are hungry, have left your body. So that is the perfect week for any type of strict fasting. The second week is also good, and you should do maybe a fast of 16 hours for 3 times a week. The last 2 weeks are very difficult for a woman to fast. Now, those weeks, progesterone is predominantly bossing your body around, and telling you to eat. So maybe if you really want to fast those 2 weeks, you can practice either a fat fast, a liquid fast, or even an egg fast. For men, there really are no restrictions and no tips over here, unless you're over 40. Now, for men over 40, if you want to enhance those anti-aging benefits, you should fast for 20 hours at least 3 to 4 times a week. Now, the perfect marriage for fasting is a ketogenic diet. If you combine the ketogenic diet with a fasting protocol, you will reach the maximum benefits of both weight loss and health benefits. If you want to start a ketogenic diet right now, you can go ahead and check my video on how to start keto now. And also click the link in the description below for a free food list. Congratulations on staying until the end. So here is my number one tip when it comes to fasting. Instead of sorting out which supplements will break your fast and which supplements won't, yes, supplements will break your fast. If you're taking a fish oil, it's an oil nonetheless, and it does have calories. So take your supplements during your eating window. And to address the concern that many people have of, will fasting slow my metabolism? This is what I suggest. During your fast as we mentioned, but during your eating windows, feast. Make sure you don't undereat your calories. Therefore, your body's metabolism will function properly. So there you have it, the ultimate beginner guides to fasting. And as always, chin up or the crown slips.